Morales from Black Film and TV. Speaking of Hayley Law, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you've got this new movie coming out. How would you best describe it, and why did you say yes to the project?
The movie is about a group of college graduates who are fed up, I guess, with the economy and how things are running and decide to terribly take it into their own hands.
Mm.
And I got the script and I right away saw that Michael Shannon was attached and was like, oh my God, Michael Shannon, read it, thought it was cool, taped it. And then the director liked my tape, and he gave me some notes on a couple scenes, and then I retaped it. And I was driving to Comic-Con maybe a few days later, and then I got a call that I got it, and I was just so excited.
Now, did you get the whole script? Because I know actors like to say that either they got a whole script or they got sides and their
I got the
characters.
whole script, but it was like a revised version. I think they changed it like two or three times before we started shooting.
Hmm. Now,
So I got like an old version.
part of the story is that these individuals are robbing because they feel disillusioned by what's going on in the world.
Hmm.
They're not able to get jobs because of the economic system and so forth. And obviously, you shot this movie, I'm assuming, before the pandemic arrived. So,
Yeah.
so it would be interesting if you made that movie now,
Oh yeah.
going. On in the world. So as you're promoting this movie, what more can you add to it?
Oh man. Um, I think it's nuts that this movie is coming out now and in a time like today. But I don't know. I mean, if I was doing this, I wish we were doing this movie now. I feel like there's so many more or issues that we could add to it. And when I first read the script, I didn't quite grasp what was going on. I was like, why are they robbing people? Why are these four like frat boys like robbing people's houses? Like, I need to know. So it was nice to read that they had, they were mad that they weren't getting jobs and they had degrees and stuff. But oh my God, there's so much more we can add to it. I don't even know where to start.
You look at it now, it's like, even in any position, whether you're an actor or an essential worker who gets laid off, and so
Mm-hmm.
people feel disillusioned by what's going on. And
Totally.
even with the essential workers, you have people who probably make a lot more money, and obviously they're laid off, and yet the essential workers, are the ones that are maintaining their employment because we need them, and people
Yeah.
start, okay, how am I going to get money to pay for this or pay for that? When you look at the character that you're playing, you know, um, how would you describe like why she does what she does? You know?
I I thought about that a lot before we started shooting, especially uh I didn't know until I think I got a later version of the script when we got there that she had like a rich family, and I didn't grow up like Allie at all, so I was like, what? Why would she be doing this? Like, what are you talking about? Get some money from your parents? Like, what are you talking about? You live a great life. So it's interesting that her thing is that she doesn't like all the fancy stuff, so she just destroys it rather than, I mean, I'm sure some people would keep it and sell it and like wear the Gucci stuff, but her whole thing is that she hates the designer everything, which I mean, I don't like it either, but I would probably try and make a dollar off of it rather than like throw it in the oven and set it on fire. But I think it's interesting that that is her motive, her being like, I don't know why people like this stuff. This is crazy. I'm gonna set it on fire and leave it in their house for them. And it's a very interesting uh, motive to me.
Mhm. It's a small film, small cast, only with a few individuals. How's working with this cast? You're the only female most of it for
Yeah,
primary.
it was definitely uh, a lot of male energy, but I feel like I've always kind of had a male energy myself, and I just am so whatever easygoing, and they're definitely were having some bro down moments, but it was really fun. We all were quite close. We were staying in the hotel, and it was like we were all like within one floor or a couple rooms from each other, so we would eat whenever we weren't working and go to this farmer's market. It was cool. Everybody was really cool.
You know, as you continue
Oliver is like the funniest person I've ever met. He plays Stuart.
you know, as you continue to do projects, whether it's TV or films, you know, what are you picking up, specifically with this director that, you know, helps you in your acting career that you can take on to probably your next project?
I think every job that I do, I learn a lot. It's so weird how much you learn from. I mean, every job, even when I was working at like the grocery store and then I worked at the movie theater, every job I was like, oh my God, not doing that next time, or and this one, I don't know if it appeared to be a very physical job, but we were moving so much stuff and in and out of the van and carrying a bunch of shit, and I was just like, oh my God, I really should have prepared for this, and I wish that I knew how much heavy lifting I was going to do. But as far as working with Seth goes, this is his um, debut as a director with a feature film, so it was fun to um, kind of learn with him, and he was experimenting and figuring out um, how to navigate through the set, which was great. And he trusted us to kind of do whatever, not whatever we wanted, but to kind of take risks. And it was really cool. I'm excited to see his stuff in the future.
What do you look for in general, you know, when you're getting these projects, whether you're going out for the audition or something's coming your way, you know, what's tickling your fancy?
Hmm.
I want to do this.
I really want to do, I think going forward now more than ever, I don't want to do point like what I feel like is a pointless story, or I don't want to be, I think most actors of color feel like they don't want to be the token, black best friend. I want to have depth, and I want to be a well-rounded character, and I want it to make sense, and I want to be proud of what I'm portraying. And
Mhm.
it's hard because there's a lot of projects, and it it's hard to be picky when we all really just want to work. And sometimes I've had jobs where I'm like, this isn't, I don't like how they're portraying this character, but I really need to work. And it's so hard to find a balance between, I really want to be proud of this and respect the character, and also I really want a job. It's such a hard place to be. It's like just being stuck between a rock and a hard place, really, truly.
You know, even with your character, it's you know, your race is not defined, especially when, you know, there's a scene you're with your parents' house and both it's
Hmm.
white, you know, and so
Yeah, yeah.
what are you getting out of this? You know, it's like, was this a role where it just had nothing to do with color? It's like, hey, you know, but people will see it.
I know. I know. Honest to God, I was truly like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm gonna let you guys just sort that out.
You know, so it's like people will see that like, all right, that's gonna lead to a discussion later on. Should it get a bigger audience to see it and so forth? You know,
Yeah.
what do we got coming up next for you? Where do we see you next week?
I have a comedy that is called Mark, Mary, and Some Other People, and I play Mary, and it's about a couple that one of them feels like their relationship is kind of getting stale, so she suggests an open relationship, and it's hilarious.
Okay, you know, and how you keeping
Yeah.
up? Obviously, you're in Vancouver, you know, and you never know. Every day you're hearing cases are rising here and there. You know, how are you? Where are you at?
Um, I've been in LA for 2 years, and I just came to Vancouver for a month, and I'm leaving tomorrow. And it's a lot. I don't know. It's good. I mean, I love going. I mean, I wish I could go back and forth. Now I can't really because it's quarantine, and yeah, it's just wild. I can't wait for this to be behind us.
Okay. Well, obviously, this movie's going to be coming out pretty soon. You know, we'll talk about it. We'll let people know that you're in it. You know, as we always let the kind of you did for your last project. And so just keep working. Obviously, I always tell people that, hey, so long as you're working, I'm working, because then I have a reason to talk about
Yeah,
it. Oh,
it's great. Yeah, I hope I can keep working.
you know, you'll find a way. So good
Yeah.
luck. Keep going.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk down the road.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.